How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Great Ace Attorney Resolve Blind. So, last time, we kicked off Case 3, and there was an accident that happened at the Great Exhibition. But in order for us to, or rather, Naruhodo is kind of like depressed because he can't really practice law anymore because it got revoked in Case 5. So we're about to go speak with Lord Strongheart to figure out how we're going to get it back. And I noticed that I did not examine this last time. Ah, yes, the Dharma doll I brought with me from Japan. I always intended to color in the other eye once I become a fully fledged lawyer. But it's still winking at me, like it's trying to say, I can wait, take as long as you need. Or maybe not. I'll just have to keep on doing the best I can, I suppose.
You're never gonna amount to anything, kid.
Wow.
I could colour it in for you, Runo. Just that one eye, is it?
No, it needs to be done with a bit of ceremony, Iris. It's not just a toy for coloring in, you know. There's a process. Oh, well, I guess I'll present these to you. Iris, have a quick look at this.
Wow. Your lawyer's armband? How many times have you shown me that, Runo?
Oh, sorry. It's very important to me, that's all.
No, sorry, I
feel
just
complete
pulled it
somehow
out
if
for
I'm not
some
wearing
reason.
Well, personally, I think you should try wrapping some different things around your arm from time to time.
Maybe even your neck.
Oh my god.
Oh, really? Like what?
Perhaps a pretzel?
Low battery.
No battery.
Pretzel?
Not on my watch.
I've never heard of that before.
A pretzel.
There we go.
Well, I think it's kind of a German defense lawyer symbol.
Interesting. I'll have to try wearing one sometime. A pretzel. Well, Pearl already does that.
I hope Clavier has a pretzel.
Iris, about this paper.
Oh, yes, it's a paper. It's all about
Wow.
the Great Exhibition. I'm so excited about it. Once you've done what you need to do, we should all go together and explore.
I don't know. It sounds like it could be quite dangerous. We want to get caught in an explosion as we were walking around the showground. Imagine that.
Yeah, explosion guaranteed.
Oh, is that what you think is going to happen, is it?
Yeah. Listen, something always happens.
I'm not trying to
Memorable.
explode, so I get that straight.
Alright, let's go to this jerkwad's office. The office of Lord Chief Justice Strongheart.
Lord Chief Justice
Grandstone architecture and
Jerkwad.
the echoey tick, the vast cogwheels lend an air of authority. I think a visit to this place could be a good idea.
That was a pretty
Alright.
good Iris impression, Andrew.
I wasn't even trying that time.
Wow, a freaking professional.
Ah, welcome back here.
I wonder if these two knights just sit here. Oh,
They're-
well, those
I
are
was
not
gonna say, they're
natural
just
people,
suits of
never mind.
22nd October, British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office.
No, back it up. You really think I'm gonna let that stupid comment slide? Let me just tell you
yeah,
what.
yeah, I'm gonna need you to do that because I
It's been about 6 months now since I was last here.
It's been about
And the
6
time
months
that
since that stupid fucking comment.
I remember when I was here with Sisato, like where I pretended that she was the lawyer and not me. But some things never change, like the sense of foreboding I always seem to feel in this place. I really...
What the hell?
Why, he looks so out of place. I don't know what it is. It doesn't seem to be bothering Iris at all, though. She's happily reading over there. Like, is it just me? Like, she feels like her, design, drawing, does not mesh with the background. It looks like she was literally just dragged and dropped there, rather than, like,
Yeah, I mean, it
blending
is a
in.
2D background with a 3D
I know.
model.
It just
so-
looks... It just makes it look so weird. And it's also the shading, too.
Oh, I love this place. I always find so many interesting books here.
Do you just fucking
Of
come in
course.
here and grab shit?
Yeah, what the hell? I was forgetting that you've been here before. The time you came here 6 months ago, for Case 5. Oh, wait, never mind.
Stand down, bitch.
When Susato was given the news that she was to return to Japan, and she was lied to.
Yeah, seriously. You whore.
Ah, I understand you wish to speak with me.
Yeah, listen here, you clock-headed fuck.
What?
Oh, sorry, did I say that?
Oh, Lord Strongheart.
Sorry,
trust
I
you
meant for
keeping
the other
well.
guy.
Your beard looks fantastic as always. That's not a beard,
You
that's
look
a goatee.
rather villainous today.
Let's see. Since you arrived and requested an audience, it's been 4 hours, 32 minutes, and not enough time for me to give a fuck what you want. 26 seconds. I kept you waiting a while. We've been waiting here for 4 hours? Oh, no,
Wow.
not at all. I like nothing more than standing around staring into friggin' space and wasting my life away.
Well, with that sentence, you've taken 5 years off my fucking life.
Good to know. Good to know that doesn't appear to bother me at all. Great. I hate you.
You're the worst. Also, you
Male.
have gray eyes, which means that I think you can't see us.
Male Strongheart, Lord Chief Justice of London. He's the man who allowed me to start practicing as a defense lawyer when I arrived in Britain as a student. You need only savor the air for a moment in this grand office to understand his preeminent status. What a man. As you will be aware, the Great Exhibition of London is now underway at last. We're extremely busy as a result, policing the grounds, guarding the new technologies, dealing with petty crime, and lawyers. And furthermore, as of next month, we shall open the International Forensic Science Symposium. Alright, that's probably going to be case 4. Oh, I'd not heard about that. Investigating authorities from 40 countries around the globe will be taking part, including from your own land. Forensic science is the future. The world must embrace it.
Hey, you just scared the birds away.
Yeah, don't do that. As for the hosting nation, I have much to do. And it is my highest priority. If others must wait for my attention as a result, so be it.
Oh, don't you think you're so
Well.
important? That's crazy.
It's nice to know where I stand. Ass.
Asshole.
So, you wish to consult with me? Of course,
thought this is what
I
we
can
were
very
doing.
well imagine what this is about. Thank you for agreeing to this meeting, my lord. I want to be allowed to start working as a defense lawyer again in court. That's what brought me here today. But actually, there's something else playing on my mind as it happens.
Please let me back in court. Please.
Please.
Bruno, just take a deep breath and come out with it.
Alright, you're really annoying.
Do you want me to shoot this fucker?
Alright, buddy. How old is he again?
Listen here, pal.
53, okay.
Jesus.
Jesus. Hey. By the way, Lord Strongheart, about this. The symbol of a defense lawyer in the Japanese judiciary. Oh, I didn't expect you to know that. We never accept foreign students before first researching the legal systems of their home countries. But such trinkets are merely for show. The only true measure of your worth is your performance in court. Yes, right. Left.
Left.
Oh, that reminds me. Have you seen this? Reports of the overwhelming success of the Great Exhibition. Of course. No, not that. The story on the back page. What story? The Reaper attacked. Yeah, who cares? You've enjoyed some victories in court against my #1 prosecutor, have you not?
Poor Mr. Reaper. What happened to him?
I ordered the hit.
Oh, that's crazy.
He wasn't killed, was he?
There's no need for concern.
This is
Lord
no
Von
logic.
Zeeks will not be so easily dispatched, I assure you. I wouldn't be surprised if he had something to do with this. Can you tell us
Yeah,
what
you
happened?
fucked.
I'd really love to know. I mean, your top prosecutor being trounced by a foreigner who
Yeah.
just showed up and barely has a law degree?
Mm-hmm.
Very well. If it interests you. It does, strangely. Alright, we got an extra dialogue option. But first, we examine.
Let me take a selfie.
Nice desk. Did they make it for men? Lord Chief Justice's desk.
What?
When you look at that,
What
there's
the
no mistaking Lord Strongheart's authority is there. His first name is male, after all.
Nice desk. Do they make it for men?
Yes,
Oh,
they
God.
do.
Yes, I am a man.
But the light from that window behind is far too bright. It would be very bad for the eyes.
Are you an architect? No.
Is that what
I hadn't
happens
thought
to
about
his eyes?
There are no curtains, that's for sure. He stared at the sun too long.
He stared at the sun.
What's more important, having a desk with an air of authority or having eyes that work?
I can't say I'd ever considered it. After all, my little office barely has any light to speak of, and I haven't really seen my desk in a while. I wish I have. You couldn't read all these books even if you were reincarnated 3 times over. As a bookworm. As a worm.
I I know, so much reading material. I'm very envious. I've really been running out of things to read recently.
That's because you read so fast. Have you read The Fantastic Penny? That's a good one.
No! Perhaps little by little I could swap some of the books here with mine from home.
Nothing beats the Fantastic Penny, bro.
Yeah, that joke was so dumb, but it was funny.
The Fantastic Penny!
Because Penny's just like, don't worry about the Steel Samurai. They'll look at other heroes to look up to, like the Fantastic Penny. It's like, who's watching that?
Me.
Flashback.
The kids who love the Steel Samurai!
I don't.
It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow.
Except we don't have any other heroes.
Like the Fantastic Penny.
End of flashback.
I don't see why not. No one would notice. Or at least I wouldn't, even if I was reincarnated 3 times over as a librarian. Sounds like an Isekai title.
That really does. The 3 times I was reincarnated as a freaking librarian.
I've had just a great idea. I don't know how I redid that line.
What is it?
Are you mocking me? We could hide inside these suits of armor and spy on the fob match. What the fuck? The fob?
Bob?
the fob watch master to find out what he's really like.
I don't have much interest in what Lord Strongheart is really like, though.
Yeah, and I don't know what the fuck a fob is, so get that out of here.
Oh, please! It would be fun. You could be inside the left one, and I'll go in the right.
Really want to have a go in a suit of armor, don't you?
Now you're making fun of me because I'm a child, aren't you?
I wasn't making fun of you at all. I'd like to have a go, too. Fortunately, I'm a grown-ass man, so I need to have standards. The cogs of the giant clock are keeping time as usual with their steady, rhythmical motion. I want to play Unwound Future.
Yes.
It's really quite disturbing how little sound they make considering their massive size.
Someone very brilliant must have designed it, and whoever maintains it must be very talented too.
Clive.
Real.
But I'm not entirely convinced it's even a clock.
What? But what about the huge clock face that forms the window over there?
Some people just make machines that move for the fun of it, because they enjoy watching them. Rather like how Haley makes his rambling deductions just for the fun of it. Even if the outcome isn't quite right.
Never mind all the trouble it gets others into along the way.
For some reason, I thought we were going to see him just standing there.
Alright, yeah, that's okay. Cool. Alright, we'll talk. Can I work? I actually came here today to ask for your permission. Go on. 6 months ago, my right to work in court as a lawyer was revoked, and I was told to spend my time studying. Obviously, I'm very sorry for what happened, but the thing is, it made me understand what it really means to defend somebody under the rules of a foreign justice system. And I desperately want to have another go. Please, permit me to... On second thought, I flubbed my line, so I'm just not going to listen.
Actually, fuck this.
Please, permit me to enter the courtroom again. With that performance, fuck no. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? Oh, here it comes. I'm sure you haven't forgotten your position here, have you? At best, you are a substitute for your compatriot. This was never your intended role. Well, that's true. The Japanese government actually sent my best friend on the study tour, not me. It should have been Kazuma. He was so determined to bring change to our own justice system at home. That was his calling. Cue the music. If that tragic accident hadn't happened, this wouldn't be a fucking issue. I wouldn't be here in this office now. Mr. Asagi was my best friend, you see. That's why I can't leave it unfinished. I have to fulfill his calling for him. His calling, you say? Has it never occurred to you that perhaps you know nothing of his true calling? Excuse me? Sorry? The mission with which that young law student was charged. What do you suppose it really was? What do you mean? Mission? He's not making any sense. Never mind. I've read all the reports you've submitted over the past 6 months. It's clear to me that you regret your actions and have been studiously obeying your revised instructions. Do you mean... As of this moment, I reinstate your license to practice law here in Great Britain. Wow! Thank you so much! Oh, but he just bamfed out of existence.
Oh, rip.
That's wonderful news, Runo.
Isn't it?
No.
In fact,
More.
I believe I have the perfect case to mark your comeback. A curious affair. An explosion. You'll consider it, I hope. Of course. Please, tell me more. You described it as a curious affair? Yes, that's right. I believe it was reported in the press. Are you aware that there was a serious accident at the Great Exhibition yesterday? Oh, no. What do you mean, no? We just
Yes.
read about it.
I read about it.
Not a header, clearly did not.
A professor from Germany tried to
Carry out a crazy experiment, and yeah, it freaking did not go well.
Wow, Franziska or Clavier's ancestor.
Yeah. Damn.
Let me see. How was it described? Super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, I think.
Instantaneous kinesis? As in moving things with a click of the fingers?
That's right. It's just what my airborne blends need.
A dash of devil may care.
Wow, whatever this serious accident was exactly, it's clearly captured Iris's imagination. It's an unfortunate business. A large explosion engulfed the public experimentation stage and a man lost his life along with
Pretty
50,000 other
funny.
people.
Oh god.
A certain Mr. Odie
Ass
Asman.
man.
Odie
Asman? It's gonna have to be Asman. I can't say ass man with a straight
Mr.
face.
Odiasman?
Odiasman.
Odie Osman?
Oh, die, ass man.
Oh, die, Asman. I don't know what that pun is.
Mr. Odiasman. Mr. Odiasman. Mr. Odiasman.
An investor and a well-known figure in society. So it either has something to do with him being an investor, the fact that he died in an explosion,
Odious.
or has something to do with kinesis.
Odiasman. Odiasman.
A large explosion? I don't know what that pun is.
Odiasman.
If there's even a pun there.
A man died?
I'm gonna Google it.
Be careful for spoilers.
Oh yeah.
The man responsible for the experiment was Professor Albert Harebrained.
That's stupid.
What is that? What is that a reference to? I feel like that's a reference to something. He was detained immediately after the incident and is due to appear in court tomorrow, as always. Never get any frickin' prep time. On the charge of murder. Okay. We're jumping straight to murder and we're not doing manslaughter or anything. What, murder? If you intend to take on his defense, you should hurry to meet with him at the prison.
Or else.
There is very little time for you to carry out any kind of investigation.
What the fuck?
The Great Exhibition? The scientific experiment gone wrong? And murder? I feel out my depth here before I've even started. Still. What the hell?
We should go to the prison right away then and try to meet with the German professor. Don't you think?
No, I have another dialogue option first. Definitely. Better not leave. Ah, yes, one more thing about the case. There's a connection with our mutual acquaintance, the Reaper.
Great.
Oh, with Lord Von Zeeks? How? Alright, I have a feeling if I do that, it's gonna progress, so. All sorts of conferences have been taking place around the world to coincide with the Great Exhibition. And next month, the largest and most important of them all will take place at last. The International Forensic Science Symposium. It does seem as though criminal investigation needs to embrace scientific methods, doesn't it? Exactly.
Ag.
London, the global epicenter of culture, science, and wealth, now has a population exceeding 6 million. Sadly, crime in the capital is growing at a similarly startling rate. So it's imperative that we use the latest scientific methods to investigate and resolve cases as efficiently as possible. Which is what's known as the forensic science, isn't it? Exactly, the future of policing.
Oh god.
Regrettably, however, Britain is currently dragging its feet when it comes to the adoption of forensic methods. Oh dear, that's alarming. Exactly, it's extremely alarming. How many times are you gonna do that?
I don't know.
If I were Her Majesty's Attorney General, you can be sure. The numbers of crimes committed and resolved in London would be very different to the current figures. And I could cite 12 solid arguments and 223 individual reasons to support my claim. Sorry? By way of apology for keeping you waiting earlier, I shall detail everyone now. What? I don't think you can count that high.
Oh, how fascinating. Also, that was a sick burn.
It all began 15 years ago. I was a man.
Dead. A man?
Oh my god! Stop yapping!
Frick? Are we
And
fainting?
so I ascended. Bro's still talking.
Yes.
It's the next day. The trial's about to start.
Not that I'm done wasting your
sums
time.
sums up my feelings on the matter, in the simplest of terms, of course. Essentially, to formally establish a forensic investigation division within Scotland Yard. That is my mission. Oh, right. Yes, that's wonderful. You weren't listening, were you? Exactly. Wonderful is precisely what it will be. Haha. What is she doing? Harris isn't paying attention at all. She's got
What
her
is
nose
she
in the
doing?
book now.
Oh, is it over? Did you learn anything useful?
No. I actually drifted off for the most part. He's surprisingly ardent about forensic science. I'll never forget that. Fortunately, Lord Von Zieks emerged from the attack unscathed. Street ruffians are no match for that man. He's a very capable fighter. But that's incredible. They were armed with guns. Why was he attacked, though? Do we know? It's related to events that occurred a month ago. The leader of one of the capital's criminal organizations was indicted and prosecuted by Von Zieks. But the man was acquitted. I have no doubt large sums of money were involved behind the scenes. Large sums of money? A deplorable situation. Members of the jury were bribed, it seems. However, despite winning his freedom, the man in question met a dramatic end yesterday. But you're not suggesting that was the work of the Reaper, surely? The victim's henchman certainly seemed to think so. He was a man by the name of Osman. Oh, this guy.
Ass man.
Did you just say Osman? Assman?
That's the man who died in the big explosion at the Great Exhibition.
Yes. Known publicly as an investor, but in reality, the head of a significant criminal organization. Unbelievable. I wonder, could I ask you something, Lord Strongheart? Try me. Why do you use Lord Von Zieks as a prosecutor? What a stupid fucking question. All the criminals who managed to get off in court seem to meet with mysterious ends outside the courtroom. And fearful of that fate, they seem to strike at Lord Von Zieks first. I know there's no evidence that he actually is the Reaper in that sense, but still, something's clearly going on here. I have Von Zieks work for the prosecution service for 2 reasons. Firstly, the man is the best prosecutor in the capital, bar none, even though he lost to you multiple times. And secondly, any deaths of criminals that have occurred outside the courtroom following his trials are nothing to do with him. But that doesn't make sense. How can you explain the way so many people have died if not by someone's hand? Von Zieks may have earned himself the moniker of the Reaper, but he is no killer. So he will continue to prosecute on behalf of the crown. Unless he wishes otherwise, of course. We can't have that now, can we?
No. We cannot.
We cannot. Well, I must be leaving for my next engagement. Goodbye. I'm already 11 hours and 16 minutes late. My colleagues may be starting to fidget. 11 hours late? That's quite something. That meeting had already started when I arrived back here for this engagement with you. So lateness was inevitable. Time stopped for no man. I'm sure it stopped for me during those 12 solid arguments and 223 reasons. Oh, yes, where would I find Lord Von Zieks now? Hell. I would assume he's at his office. Right. I'll go and ask him about the attack in person. I want to get this straight from the horse's mouth. Away with you now. I'm leaving Professor Harebrained's defense entirely in your hands. Of course, yes. And thank you very much, my lord. Good. Get out.
I hate you.
Alright. A new location has been added. We got the prison and the prosecutor's office. Well, I guess we'll go see our client first.
Yippee!
Turns out he's dead. What is he? That book is so tiny.
22nd October, local prison, cell 11.
The warden said cell 11. That's this one.
Hey, you! Oh, there's someone curled up in a ball in the back corner, look.
What's his name again? Professor Albert Harebrained, wasn't it? Excuse me, Professor Harebrained. This freaking nerd. Hey. Who are
Yeah, I'm
you?
gonna need you to keep your voice in your mouth.
I didn't get to say my shit. A lawyer?
A lawyer.
Was it something I said? A lawyer, you say? Would you be here about the experiment? Are you going to defend my hypothesis? Why are all my defendants screaming? Your hypothesis? Sorry, I don't... Yesterday's demonstration. The demonstration was... That magnificent demonstration was... It was an out-and-out success by anyone's calculations. But despite that... No one listens, no lawyer believes in the science. When it's explained, they offer... I'll leave it high velocity. I always get the weird ones.
I know.
Now's probably not a good time to mention that your zeal made my
Your zeal?
concentration leave.
What's your zeal?
Made my concentration leave for a while too. Trying to do like make him a nerd and do a British accent's kind of hard.
Right, I'm sure.
All right, well here's my friggin' badge.
Oh, God.
Fascinating, yes. In Japan, where I come from, it's the symbol of a defense lawyer. Wearing it is a very bracing effect. Your words make some sense to me, but they're entirely illogical. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Well,
what do I
for
mean?
example, I find this one laboratory coat that I wear for my work very bracing too. However, in my case, there is a perfectly logical reason for that feeling. Oh, really? What is it? I purchased the wrong size by mistake. This one is too small for me. The sleeves, especially, are extremely bracing. I can barely move my wrists. That's what you call logical, is it? Of course, it's entirely logical. That's science, Mr. Naruhodo. Hey, look at this. Ugh, how could this have happened? You must feel awful, as well as a man losing his life. The Crystal Tower was greatly damaged, too. I know what happened. It must have been that. That? The day before the demonstration, I had my usual meal of frankfurters at the hotel restaurant. Sucking wieners, am I right?
What the
I paid the bill. They gave me 3 shillings too much and change. But instead of saying anything, I just slipped the coins in my pocket. I fucking robbed them. They're still there now.
That's so crazy, dude.
I'm a piece of shit. It's the my retribution for my wrongdoing. That's what this is. For a scientist, he has some very illogical anecdotes. Long and illogical. Like the frankfurters I ate. Alright, what do you gotta say? You mentioned the demonstration yesterday. About that.
The papers have called it a spectacular failure. After all, a man died in the explosion, didn't he?
Yes, you could really interpret the results that way if you really wanted to. Well, I suppose in the strictest sense. The experiment was a failure, but at the same time, it was a great success.
Someone died, which was all part of my plan.
You've lost me. I saw with my own eyes, right there in front of me. Mr. Aspen was spontaneously disassembled.
What the f-
Until then, everything was going exactly as my calculations had predicted. At that point, he should have been beamed to the Crystal Tower by telekinesis. Instead, he fucking died.
Instead, I fucking got discombobulated.
However, the machine exploded and Mr. Osmond is, in fact, no longer of this world.
Damn.
Yes, I can't deny that part of the experiment was a failure. So what you're really saying is the large explosion that killed Mr. Osmond was an accident, correct? So why are they considering it murder? It should be
Because
manslaughter.
he still killed someone.
I know, but it should be manslaughter. They're like
Yeah,
murder.
because he
I
didn't
think
do it
murder
on
has
purpose.
intent. Well, I mean, that's not true. Murder doesn't have to have intent. It can still be like second degree, but still, I mean, not like he was trying to kill him.
But nowadays, like back then, I'm sure they were just like, yeah, you fucking killed him.
Yeah,
Murderer.
but like I feel like I think this would be classified as manslaughter.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay then.
Oh, I thought that was your line for some reason.
But the bigwigs had you arrested on the suspicion of murder.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I was responsible for a man's death. That is the immutable truth here. And for that, I wish to be punished. At once.
Oh, okay, then why are
But-
we here?
Murder? Never in a million years. It was an accident. It's simply an accident. I see.
This man is incorrigible and must be killed. Hurley and I were talking this morning, you know. He said the situation would change completely depending on whether or not it was treated as an accident or murder.
I mean, yeah. How exactly?
Well, if it really was an accident, then the professor's machine would be kept in protective custody. Oh my god.
On what grounds? Yes, it's newly established here in Britain. The Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. That one passed me by.
But
What
if
the
the
hell?
case is treated as murder,
Then they'll say that my machine was the murder weapon, and they'll be able to pour it over as much as they like. If they examine it in detail, they'll find out how much it's made, and then I might as well die.
Fucking no!
They'll be able to copy my idea. My precious hypothesis will be stolen. The machine must be protected from that at all costs. That's why it's imperative this whole incident is shown to have been an accident in tomorrow's trial. Ah, I see now. So I wonder if this is going to be... Because, like, I don't think we've really had a defendant that's actually been guilty except for Matt on guard.
Yeah.
So I wonder if
think
he's
you're
like...
right.
I wonder if this is going to be a case where he's actually proven, like, is guilty of getting someone killed, but it was actually an accident, or if it's going to be another case where it's, oh, somebody deliberately sabotaged, so he gets off scot-free.
Right.
So in short, there was a terrible accident at the Great Exhibition Showground yesterday. Yes. Or rather, no. The devil is in the details. Strictly speaking, there was a terrible explosion. Sounds the same to me. No.
you were demonstrating super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, weren't you? Fascinating.
Yeah, that's pretty fascinating. Humans, like all matter, are made of particles? Particles that are held together by electrical bonds. So it must be possible, using a sufficiently high voltage, to break those bonds and beam the particles through space. That's it in a nutshell. That's my idea, you see. That's my amazing hypothesis. Gosh, that's unimaginably high-level science. Oh, but dare to imagine it. Dare to dream of such incredible technology. Just think, one moment I could be here in this cell, and the next, I could be at the Great Exhibition again. Well, yes, that would be incredible. And the next, in the mere blink of an eye, I could be in a great Paris theater, say. The possibilities are endless. The whole of a vast planet will be within reach. So no more hiding in wardrobes or rocky seas for 50 days. Wow.
My thing is lagging so bad, by the way, so I gotta wait
Is
for
it?
this to load. Yeah.
I was
I don't
wondering
really
why.
see it like that.
Because I also think your voice is starting to lag too.
What? No.
What do you mean, Iris?
Well, if you could travel anywhere in the world instantaneously, the planet wouldn't really seem vast anymore, would it? I think it would feel like it had shrunk.
My word, that's exactly right.
Flat Earth.
Well, what are the implications? What does this mean? I don't know.
Oops, that's got Professor Bunnybrain really worried by the look of it.
Clearly, this is yet another case of just because you can doesn't mean you should, I suppose. The point is, my calculations are flawless, the science works. But without a practical demonstration, it means nothing. That's always been the fly in the ointment. Someone has to die.
Because practical demonstrations cost a lot of money. Money that young scientists like you don't have.
That's exactly it, yes. Yes.
Hurley's always complaining about it. He says the government should invest in more science.
Well, anyway, I bumped into him at the right time. I met the well-known investor, Mr. Osmond. The victim who died in yesterday's terrible accident.
And now I get all his money.
I'll take it all. The victim, yeah, I'll tell you all about him. The full name of the man who died in yesterday's accident was Mr. Odie Osmond, wasn't it? I still don't know the pun. What exactly was your
either.
relationship with the man? He first visited me in my laboratory in Germany a year ago now. He said he wanted to invest in my immaculate hypothesis. I thanked my lucky stars.
And then I
see.
killed him.
So you hadn't really known each other until then. No. We didn't.
Money for scientific research. I'm so envious.
As far as I was concerned, the man was an angel. Oh, really? Yes.
No.
An archangel even. Is it archangel or archangel?
I think it's Arc, but I don't know.
He was prepared to fund a practical demonstration of my hypothesis for the presentation at the Great Exhibition. And if that went well, I could expect additional financial support for my research from the British government. Mr. Asman provided me with money and exceptional engineer. He produced a machine to my precise specifications.
But then your dreams were blown to dust in one enormous explosion.
Zab, as you can see, I owed everything to Mr. Asman. I would never, ever have thought of taking the man's life. Well, he seems genuine enough. I don't think he's lying. Alright, buddy.
Alright, buddy boy. Ugh.
Nothing? Is it? I can't examine
Look
it
at my
yet.
armband.
I already... Alright, I guess we're just done here. I already showed him everything.
Yeah, you did.
Alright, I guess we're gonna go see Lord Fonzies then. It's kind of weird. Maybe we'll have to come back. What does your office look like? Whoa.
Whoa.
22nd October, Prosecutor's Office.
Peep the wine glasses over there.
I know, seriously. So many of them.
Hey, so this is the legendary Reaper's office.
Yes, it appears so.
Brrr. It sends a chill down your spine, doesn't it? What an amazingly deathly atmosphere.
Oh, is that...
The man.
What
wait,
the
what the fuck?
hell? That hooded figure was so still, I hadn't noticed his or her presence. I wonder who it is. Hey, weirdo! What are you doing here?
So?
Damn. You're even more
Dude, my
imposing in
lag
person.
spike.
Wait.
Anyway.
That makes no
Jesus
sense. I said
Christ.
I really just said you're even more imposing in person. He's always been in person. You're
Yeah,
more
but he
imposing when you're
looks
not standing
weird.
behind the bench.
Right?
He's as unwelcoming as I thought he'd be.
I'm still on
Actually-
Fonzies.
Maybe even more so.
Oh my god.
He does have a really good design. Oh, I'm glad to see you're well. I am.
I got a bullet wound to the chest.
So, who's the person over by the wall being punished for something or other? Who's the freak? No punishment is taking place here, weirdo. Oh. His name is
Bitch.
Peeble.
People.
That's my apprentice. He's been sitting there of his own free will. I didn't know you had an apprentice. Whomst? He must be the same person who was pictured in the newspaper. Oh. He's very able in combat, a requisite skill for anyone under my tutelage. Are you referring to the attack on the Reaper that was reported in the papers? The Reaper? I'd be interested to know the Reaper's true identity myself. Assuming, that is, such a fabled fiend genuinely inhabits our great courtrooms. Hey, buddy. Chess. Lord von Zeke's desk, look, it's so stylish.
And that's a marble chess set beside it.
Chess.
Logic.
That's the Western version of our Japanese shogi game, isn't it? You know, I'm actually quite good at shogi problems.
Oh, really? You'd probably like chess problems in that case.
Damn right. I'd love to challenge Lord von Zeke sometime. Why did I say it like that? To a bout of shogi problems.
If you only really want to challenge yourself, you can always do that at your own home.
No. That's boring.
Yeah, it's not fine.
Give me the wine. Look at that fine collection of hallowed chalices and bottles neatly lined up there. My hallowed bottles are filled with the essence of the finest grapes from the finest vineyards I visit. And I personally oversee the chalices being made by the finest crystal craftsmen in the world. Wow. Flex.
And yet you throw them around in court like they were worthless.
Real.
Yes. Because this imbecile is so unimaginably and repeatedly wide of the mark sometimes. I'm calling you a fucking idiot. Oh, wait, no, that's me.
Yeah, don't do that.
Before you open your mouth next time, you should consider the poor artisans who work you to file. So, it's my fault? Silly me, how could I ever thought otherwise? Dick.
Ooh, look! It's a scale model of the Great Exhibition's showground. And
Oh,
there's
man.
where the person died.
Look at the tiny man. That's
He's
amazing.
dead.
I wonder why he's here. It's here, not he.
Perhaps he
Perhaps-
made
oh.
it to take his mind off the sadness of being too busy to attend in person.
Or perhaps he's too embarrassed to queue up for a ticket. Surely it's obvious that I'm using it as an investigative aid. You Nipponese have no business painting others as overly reserved. Ugh. I really didn't think you'd overhear that. Awkward.
Awkward.
Sam.
Akko taco.
What? That portrait really dominates the room, doesn't it? I want to talk to the guy on the other side of the room. It's a very majestic outfit and pose, but sadly, whoever painted it didn't do a very good job at capturing Lord Von Zieg's facial features.
No, he looks younger,
Like, who the hell is that guy?
right?
Yes, you're right. I mean, it's not far off, but the artist has exaggerated his subject's handsomeness, I think.
Wow.
Damn.
That reminds me. I heard Emperor Napoleon of France ordered artists to make him look more attractive when they painted him.
That's
It's like having a filter on your face.
How vain. That's not really an attractive quality in a person, is it?
That portrait does not depict me. Surely that's immediately obvious. Oh, then who the fuck is it? It was there when I got here. Nothing. Yes. Alright, I want to talk to you. But first, look at all those ancient casts lining the wall there. I want to drink.
Flasks in the Reaper's chamber. Or are they caskets?
You don't think all those people who escaped conviction and court are lying inside them, dead to you? What ridiculous notions go through your head, man? This is my collection of fine vintages. Oh, yes, of course. And thank you for clearing that up. You were a psychopath.
Bruno and I were just music to ourselves. Don't mind us, Mr. Reaper. Reaper.
I wouldn't if you hadn't invited yourselves to my fucking office to talk nonsense within my earshot. I didn't realize there are freaking bats in here.
What the fuck?
Whoa! There were bats!
Yes, the Reaper's familiars, I expect.
I'm becoming a vampire now. But what about the mute man in the dark cloak? I thought he was the familiar. Just not the flying kind.
He must be a dear friend of the Mr. Reaper, then.
He has friends? I think the familiar idea is more likely. Scary though, either way. Oh, now the bats are gone. You scared away the bats, how could you? Alright, buddy. What's your deal? It really looks like a punishment to me. He hasn't written in the past hour.
He's just sitting there staring.
I've never seen someone sit like that before.
Ryunosuke. Hey, that paper ain't gonna write itself.
Right?
He hasn't moved a muscle since we arrived. Do you think perhaps he's dead?
Yes.
If he was dead, Bruno, he wouldn't be sitting up, would he?
Maybe rigor mortis set in while he was sitting. Well, anyway, dead or alive, he's not overly approachable, is he? I don't think he's gonna talk to us.
He's not dead.
What?
Damn. Forbidden. Forbidden dialogue.
Alright, Von Ziegs, before I talk... I know you've seen this around my arm before, but... What is it exactly? It's the mark of a defense lawyer, in Japan at least. And what's your reason for showing it to a British prosecutor? Oh, well... I don't know, really. Do you think it looks cool? I can understand, at least. There's merit in reminding yourself who helped you become what you are today. Oh. But that's a personal matter. Something you may want to keep close at all times. Not something to flaunt. No, I suppose not. Thank you for understanding, though. Oh, we got an achievement for that.
Nice.
Sounds like he has a tragic past.
Right.
Based on that response.
But we knew that.
Lord Von Zieks, about the article in this paper. Ah, yes. It seems there was a reporter nearby when that little skirmish took place. I had no idea I'd been photographed. It was careless of me. What?
It looks as though it was taken after the people who had attacked you ran away, though.
Rest assured, the police have already apprehended every last one of them. But there's someone else fighting alongside you, it seems. That guy.
That mysterious statue.
I think it's the same man who's sitting over there as we speak, isn't it? As I mentioned already,
What are you
he's
doing?
my apprentice. Let me talk to him. Perhaps you could tell us a little more about him?
No. He's working.
Alright. Well, we'll start from the top. Lord Strongheart said that the assault last night was some sort of revenge attack. Fitting. True. Carried out by the henchmen of Odie Asmon's criminal organization. More like Odie Asshole. The investigation meant their arrests were imminent. Presumably, some hoped to kill me before that happened. Odie Osmond. He's always masqueraded as one of London's most powerful financiers, a global investor. But his enormous wealth came to him by underhand means, via his criminal activities. Wow.
And he used that money to buy himself a verdict of not guilty when he found himself in court, didn't he? Being prosecuted by you, Mr. Reaper.
Yep, I reaped his asshole.
Whoa, what the
But the
frick?
man got his comeuppance in the end. Yesterday, in fact, in extraordinary circumstances. It was a most unusual cause of death. I know about that. It was super high voltage instantaneous kinesis gone wrong. Mr. Osmond died when the demonstration on the public experimentation stage ended in an enormous explosion. Correct. And you think I have some kind of divine ability to cause an accident like that to happen, do you? Well, no, that does seem a little far-fetched. If this man really is the fabled Reaper, then he has to be innocent of this particular death at least. Weird.
It's strange how this has worked out, isn't it, Runo? I mean, what with you taking on the Professor's defense for the trial tomorrow?
What? You're going to be defending him? Oh, yes, that's right. No, I barely know the man's name yet, to be honest. Albert. Albert Harebrained. That's right. Do you know him by any chance? I hate him. Of course.
He's the worst.
He's a contemporary of mine. We were at university together. Oh, really? You're...
What?
Okay, I guess you guys were colleagues.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'd understood that Professor Harebrained was from Germany, though. Harebrained's from a respectable British family. After graduating from the University of London, he moved to Germany to carry out research, that's all. So you were students together? I was in the faculty of law, of course, and he in science, so our paths rarely crossed. But curiously, we got along. Though I've not met him since my university days. You got along with people? I certainly didn't expect our next encounter to take this form. And with you, of all people, representing him. Only if I make it out of this office alive. He's actually been charged with murder, it seems. Yes, I know. Because the prosecution will be handled by me. By you? But you made it sound as if you and the professor had been friends. We are friends, it's true. Then why would you do this? You're an ass.
If the Reaper is the prosecutor, there's nothing anyone can do to save him. He's doomed.
He's doomed. Just he's freaking
Yeah,
killing.
he's fucked, dude.
Damn. Guess I have to kill him. What's Lord Von Zeke's thinking? Okay. What do you mean by what you said before? If you'd like to know the Reaper's true identity, does that mean... I'm a crown prosecutor and a mortal like any other. I'm no demigod. I wish I was.
But they've all died, haven't they? The people you've prosecuted, I mean. Whether or not the trial ended in a conviction or acquittal.
Those I prosecute are the vilest wretches of our society. People who without question deserve to be found guilty. The world is a better place without them. But, I mean, yeah, Magnus McGilded deserved what he got.
Yeah, for real.
That's not true of Mr. Natsume, for example. He wasn't a vile wretch at all.
Nor was Ginny. In fact, she's ever so hardworking now.
No.
No.
I can't deny that since I encountered you, things have taken a turn. But the point is this. If any of those vile wretches that escaped justice subsequently died in mysterious circumstances, it was at the hand of their own kind. It's not my work. Lord Strongheart said the same. He believes you're not involved in any way.
But you were attacked by those ruffians because they believe it's true.
Yeah. Kinda sucks. The fact is, since people started to call me the Reaper of the Bailey, the number of serious crimes in the capital has dropped substantially. Oh. It would appear that even the most hardened criminals can be made fearful for their lives. Do you mean to say... I mean to say that as my pseudonym serves a useful purpose, I adopt it gladly, and with honor. But it's putting you in danger. You could be killed.
Who care?
I wish. That is my fate. Let God decide. Lord Von Zeeks. But I'm God.
What?
Alright, tell me about your apprentice, please. He's in my tutelage to become a prosecutor. Ew. So you could say he's my apprentice, I suppose. A prosecutor? That's gross.
That's nasty.
Ah, like you are to Hurley then, Runo.
Huh? I don't remember taking an apprenticeship with a great detective. Hey buddy, you still breathing? He's currently compiling a report about last night's attack.
Doesn't look like he's doing a whole lot of anything.
It looks like he's wearing some kind of mask. Does he look ugly? On Lord Strongheart's orders. On his orders?
That's
Why?
weird.
Nobody knows the man's face, or indeed his identity. Yet he's gonna be practicing law? Why would you agree to take on such a clearly suspicious individual?
And why would Lord Strongheart be like, cover your face, boy?
Lord Strongheart's orders again.
What the fuck?
He's not one for meaningless follies. There will be a good reason for his actions. I don't trust that. I hope you're right. Show me your face.
Oh.
Oh. Hello, apprentice.
Listen here, bitch.
The task is complete. Good. In that case, you can call it... collate? All the briefs. I don't know that word. I tried. Oh, you're not gonna speak either? You're just gonna...
Yeah, okay, you fucker.
Take the mask off. Nice to meet you. I'm gonna
No.
stab you. Come
That's
on.
Nice. Goodbye. Oh, what the
Really? Back to work again. I hate you.
Listen here, you antisocial emo bitch.
That was really strange, though. I'd never met the man before. I didn't even know he existed, and yet... somehow it didn't feel like our first encounter.
That's crazy.
Don't bother trying to converse with him. He says nothing to anybody from outside this office. Lord Strongheart has strictly forbidden it.
What the
Why?
fuck?
Oh, I see. I'm gonna have a word with that asshole. Why are you so interested in my apprentice anyway? Oh, no, I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to. The way he stood there so casually, yet with that flawless posture? It couldn't be. Oh my god. Get the hell out. Ah, yes, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Oh, what's that? That Nibonese man. Is he faring well? It would be a shame if he died. Sorry? The one arrested twice in succession 6 months ago. With the stoop, and the mustache, and the jitters. Oh, Mr. Natsume, you mean? That freaking guy.
I'm not sure he'd be very pleased to find out you identified him from that list, Runo.
He's fine, thank you. In fact, I received a letter from him by international post only the other day. I see. Well, I think we can end our discussion there, don't you? There's little time left before tomorrow's trial. I advise you to spend it investigating the case. Yes, thank you for the advice, dude. And for the conversation.
For the advice, dude.
I can't believe he's asking after Sasuke-san, after a Nipponese. I'm not sure whether to feel happy about that or worried.
I never imagined that Mr. Reaper would be friends with a mad scientist, did you? That's a turn up for the books.
The mad scientist? You mean Professor Harebrained? I'm gonna go rip the apprentice's face off.
Oh my god.
Yes, it might be worth quizzing the professor about his relationship with Lord Von Zeeks, I think. Alright. And that is that. I want to speak with your apprentice,
I know,
though.
bring him back in the room. Well,
Damn.
he's here, but still.
Well, I have a feeling they're either going to save that for another case, or maybe it'll come up in this one.
Right.
But I guess we'll see. So next time on the Great Ace Attorney Resolve, we are gonna probably go back and converse with the professor, do some investigating, and then honestly, that'll probably send us into the trial. So, as always, if you all enjoyed and want to show some love and support for the series and the channel, you know what to do. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you all in the next episode.